Alright, welcome back. I guess this is going to be how to remove large amounts of data from your dish hopper to your external hard drive part 2. Fuck. I just woke up. I get somebody that wrote in about, Keith. Hi, I enjoyed and subscribed. What brand of external hard drive and how many terabyte is it? I recently recorded Ancient Alien series on my sister's dish jelly hopper. I have around 60 episodes on one thumbnail. A desperate need to learn how to transfer them all to the external hard drive, but I need to buy a nice usable external hard drive. Yeah, I suck at reading shit. I just woke up. I've been transferring some to DVD via analog. Hey, by the way, that's fucking cool if you're able to do that shit. That's pretty cool. The RCA cables, want to be able to plug it in because you have to do it by manual. Yeah, I'm proofreading this shit. And you want to be able to automatically transfer it and walk away from it, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, I know, that's tasty. Well, Keith, this is what I've learned since that video. I have tried every damn external hard drive you can get, just about. My favorite hard drives were Seagates, or not Seagate, but Maxtor, because they were badass and they worked the best. But they do not work with the hopper at all. And Seagate bought Maxtor out, and they don't work. But according to Dish and their tech support, all these hard drives are supposed to work, and they don't. The only one that I have found that works really well, it ain't the best hard drive in the world, but it's the best user-friendly external hard drive. And that's the Western Digital MyBook. That one there is a 2 terabyte. Anything bigger than a 2 terabyte gets fluky. I had a 4 terabyte that I used one time that was a MyBook, but it was a 4 terabyte, and it got fluky as shit. And the hopper, or the this receiver right here, the dish receiver, didn't like it. So it booted it out after getting about halfway full. Something important you gotta remember before you do any of this shit. Something very important. Most people that don't know it, I know it because I used to build computers and I've been into computers for about 25 years. You cannot overfill a hard drive. Whether it's an external hard drive or if it's internal hard drive. Same thing goes with those little thumb drives. If you fill them to max capacity, then everything gets fluky, buggy, and it starts breaking down immediately. So your stuff starts getting weird looking, and then you start having problems, and the next thing you know, you can't watch the episode. And yes, I've tested it out, just because I do that shit, to see what works and what don't. I like to learn. So I have learned that you might get away with a 4 terabyte. Now, I don't know. Since I've made the video, I've learned a lot of things, and a lot of things have changed just as fast as I learned them. So I know the 2 terabyte works great. And the other thing is, they are not interchangeable between machines. Machines meaning the receiver. They're not interchangeable at all. Whatever this external hard drive is initiated to, that's the one it stays with. You can't plug from one and go to another, because if you do that, then that new one that you plug it to will erase all your shit on this. Completely erase it. Because each one is set up to automatically do it as soon as you plug it in. It's not like a computer or a laptop to where it'll read it. These are ran by an MS-DOS system. That's the original computer system. And the way this set it up, DirecTV's got it the same way. The program itself is fine-tuned a little different, but it's set up the same way. So as soon as you plug it up, to initialize it. That keeps people from being able to transfer it from one to the other to the other. Now, and I say now, there's a loophole in this. It's a big loophole that I probably, as soon as I open my mouth and say it, this is going to figure it out and get rid of it. If you have 2 of these daisy chained, or 4 of them, however many of them you got, don't get the little, well, yeah, I think the little Joeys you can get away with too. I don't remember. But I know however many receivers you got, you put 1 terabyte to that receiver. But they're interchangeable. They were when I made the last video. Because I can switch them back and forth. Because I had 2 of these. I had one in the bedroom, and I had one in the living room. And then I had another Joey somewhere else. So with the little Joey, and I had 2 of these. I could take this one here, take it to the bedroom, plug it into there, and watch it in there. Or I could plug it into the living room and watch it in there. Because it was encoded on the same account, I guess, is how they do it. It's the only way I can figure it. It's registered to your account. I can't figure out no other way how they did it. And I don't know a lot about the MS-DOS system because I lived through the system, but I didn't work through that system. I've never used it, so I don't really know how it works. I can look it up and learn it, but I've never really messed with it too much. I've learned enough how this works. So it could be the account setup, but I know you can plug as many of these damn things as you want up. I wouldn't plug them all up at one time to this receiver, but you can record to all of them. I got a little sidetracked. Back to the filling this up. You don't want to fill it up more than 75%. I think it is. You can look it up and see, because things might have changed with the new hard drives. I haven't really messed with them. I haven't built a new system in probably about 5 years. And that shit changes fucking weekly, it seems. But 75% used to be the safest because it's got to have room to format, to process, and have other things that are actually built on this that are programmed to it. So you got to keep track of that. Now, back to what I was talking about. I've had 4 of these. I've had 4 at one time. I'd fill one up to a capacity. I'd unplug it, initialize another one. Fill it up, because one of my favorite series was Ancient Aliens. Funny enough. Still is. I'm watching it now. And I would unplug it and plug another one. And I would keep doing it until I got it. On one of these external hard drives, I had the entire original series of Law and Order. And I just recorded it for my wife because I really don't care about the shit. And she likes SVU. So I actually recorded every one of them damn things. She didn't like them, so it is what it is. But now, let's scoot back down to automatically transferring it. That I know of, there might be a way, I can't remember. I don't remember seeing it as of now, but there might be a way for the receiver to record directly to your external hard drive. I'm not for sure because it compresses it as it's doing it. When you're moving it from here to here, it's kind of the same hard drive, but it's kind of not. Because of the kind of cable it's going through. It's not going through a series cable. It's going through a mini series cable. So it's got to compress it a little bit. So I don't think you can record it onto this directly. You might be able to now. I don't know. I haven't had one in a few years because I moved and I have internet, so I don't really need satellite. I don't live out in the boonies no more. And next one, in the video that I talk about moving large amounts, I think you can't move them more than like 20 episodes at a time. Because if you move more than, I think, 20 episodes, especially on the front USB here, it sends a red flag into the receiver. And it actually messes that USB port up. I don't understand why it does it, but it does it. And they swear them down, it don't, and it does. That's why, if you're going to do this, make sure you got the insurance on this damn thing. Because if something happens and you can't see this, it's not the external hard drive. Trust me, I reformatted an expensive external hard drive because I thought it was this. If you reformat these with a computer, you can't use it on this. It's got to be a brand new one. Every time I've ever reformatted one and tried to use it, it fucks everything up. I don't know why, it's just it does. So I've learned that. So if you burn this one, then you go back to the other two that you have back here. You got two more there. I would use the top one, and at the end use the bottom, because the bottom one seems to last longer. But again, just make sure you have the insurance that they offer with it. So if you have any problems, they won't replace the external hard drive, but they'll replace your receiver. And it's not your external hard drive, it's the receiver. Like I said in the video. And then you should be good to go. Yeah, I think I pretty much went over everything. Yeah. So, I mean, everything that you sent me, I think I went over. If I missed something, let me know. But I don't know if things have changed with Dish. I know they have with DirecTV. And I'm not for sure how big the I want to say my hard drive in here was a 2 terabit. That's why, only reason why I stayed with Dish, because DirecTV has a 1 terabyte, and I think a 2 terabyte is all it would initiate on their system. But I don't know if it's transferable back in, if you can do multiple ones like Dish, you can. Because you can literally, I've had 5 of these floating around. And I've used them. Hell, I can pull that one up right now and I'll bet you I got, I don't know, a terabyte stuff on it. And as long as you don't plug it up to the internet or the Wi-Fi, you can still use this. Because I've still been using it. And my account has been shut off for, I know, a good year. And my new house, I plugged it right up for, I had a buddy of mine staying for a while. And I plugged both hard drives up and that receiver. And he was just chilling, watching movies till we got internet. So it still works. You just can't make sure there ain't no Wi-Fi or internet hooked up to it. And it seems, I know it's kind of a little long, but it seems that on the Western Digital, the quality lasts longer. I'm not a big fan of them, but it's the most versatile one and user-friendly one that I have found for people like you that are into this. and you're just now learning how to do everything. So it should work out fine for you, man. Any questions, hit me up, and if I don't know the answer, I'll sure as hell find it, because it'll get me learning. Thanks again.